Now for this first demonstration with the pop-up box, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you can make this super cool pop-up box for maybe for the dads, you know, with Father's Day coming next month in June. It's going to be great for your dads, your stepdads, your uncles, you know, your granddads, your grandpas, anyone like that. Of course, there'll be girls that like it too. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to show you how you can create the base, and then we'll move on to the other parts of the pop-up boxes. So what you will then see from up above, within the pop-up box, you'll have noticed already you get a variety of different shaped and sized pop-up bases. So all that I've just done already is I've just folded and burnished all the edges, and then what we're going to do is these three top flaps, they're going to come downwards, and we're just going to burnish them, and these create those edges of the pop-up box. That then enables you to create that shape just there. Then what we're just going to do is we're going to take two of these wee tabs. Now, within your box, you get a variety of different colours to match all the different colour ones that you get within the box. So just keeping in line with the dark, you know, charcoal grey sort of look, we're going to use these ones. I've already popped some double-sided tape already on the end. When it comes to making these pop-up boxes, I always suggest to use a wet glue, just because it's a bit of construction and it holds it all together. However, what you will just find is for time and speed, I've just used my double-sided tape. So what I've just done is, again, I've taken the double-sided taping backs off, and then I'm just going to place them just within this side panel here, the smaller one, and then all that I'm just going to do is I'm just going to place them just side by side, maybe about 1/4 of an inch down. So I'm just going to hold them into place, and then what we're going to do is I'm just going to fold this over, and then I'm just going to pop them just onto the other side. So as I get a hold of it, and then because we've got the tape off, I'm just going to hold that into place just for a second, and then once again using that other one. So then hopefully you'll be able to see we've now created those wee inside tabs. Then what we're going to do is we're just going to take the backing off, and I was that prepared that I've put tape on both ends, not that it matters. And then all that I'm just going to do is I'm just going to fold this over, so it's kind of like you're creating a box at this stage because it's a pop-up box. Then there we go. If I take these edges down, you will see we've now created that pop-up box element. So moving that one to the side now, what I've already done is I have pre-stamped and coloured all these different pop-up elements. Now you can use these on their own. You don't have to use them when it comes to the pop-up box. You can use them separately if you want. You can use the stamps on their own. You can use the dies on their own. You'll have seen from your box everything that you get within it when it comes to the stamps as well as the dies. So they all coordinate. So you can die cut them out, then you can stamp over the top or use them individually. It's entirely up to yourself. So we're just going to pop them up to the side for the time being. What I've also done using the pop-up boxes, within the actual box you get all these different coloured cardstock. So they're, I say cardstocks, they're a heavyweight paper. You get pattern paper as well, variety of different styles and colours. So these ones here, I've already just cut some to size, and I've already popped some double-sided tape on the back. So you could use your tape runner if you want, or use your wet glue. So it's entirely up to yourself. So I'm just going to peel all these off. I'm just going to set them to the side. So what I've done is I've used the green paper as that matting layer all the way around. You do know how I like to have a matting layer. And then the actual decorative part, again, keeping in the same colours, the greens, more of like a mint green. I've used a pattern paper that coordinates, where you've got that kind of light green as well as more of a duck egg blue, and it's actually, don't know if you can quite see, but it's actually grass themed, which works perfectly with this sports pop-up box that I'm making. So let's take that last one off. So then let's just bring these back into place. So all that I'm just going to do is I'm just going to place them over the top. So all cut to size. So then all that I'm just going to do is I'm just making sure there is a specific way the pattern of the grass goes. So I'm just making sure that it's all the right way, and then placing them into place, and then we can then just move that one just out the way for the time being. So once again, let's bring these in. So what I've just done is on these ones here, I don't know if you can quite see, there's actually wee acetate strips. Now don't worry, these even come included. You get all these different acetate strips that we can see just here. That enables you to do the pop-up element of all the wee icons. So let's just bring all of these in. So I've got loads of them that I've already pre-coloured as well as pre-die cut, and I've even popped them on just to save a bit of time all onto the acetate strips. So let's bring all of these ones in just like that you can see. So let's just pop all these. So we've got some different ones, such as we've got the footballs, we've got the rugby balls, we've got some cricket, we've got some golf tees, we've got so many different sport elements. We've got number one fan, we've got hip hip hooray, the golf tee, so many different things that all go towards the sports. So if I bring this back in now, so then what I'm going to do is I am just going to use normal double-sided tape for this. You could use your actual red liner tape, and bringing in the actual golf tee as well as the club. What I'm then just going to do, so for this one I am just going to use a bit of wet glue because I just want to pop them onto the paneling at the side just there. So what I'm then just going to do is if I then just bring in my Collall tacky glue, so I'm just going to add some glue to the back. So let's just get this glue flowing. So again, let's just pop that over the back. Just like that. If you've got your sprays or your dotted tape runner, then of course we could be using that one. So just have a bit of fun at this part. Just position them wherever you want. Just layer them up either flat, or of course you can, if you so wish, just use some foam pads or glue gel. So just having just a wee bit of fun, just placing them wherever you want. I think I've got 4, but let's just leave it with 3. And then on this side here, what I'm then just going to do is take our cricket bat, and again let's just add just a wee bit of glue, and we can pop that onto there. And then we've got 2 cricket balls, so let's just put 2 wee bits of glue onto the flap, place that on, and then place that on just like that. And then this front panel on this one just here, what we can do is let's take number one fan, and let's take, let's take 2 number one fans that you can see just there, and then we'll also let's take a football as well. So for these ones here, what I am just going to do is if I just take some of my trusted foam pads, so what we can just do is let's just pop this one onto a foam pad, and this one can sit along the front just like that. And then what we can then do is let's bring in a couple more of our smaller foam pads. So we're just going to take these ones off, pop this one to the back. So you could be using your glue gel if you wanted. So I'm just going to place that one there, and then again let's just place another one, taking that one off, and we can then pop this one into place. So that one can go down there. So that now starts to give us the surroundings of our pop-up box. So there we go. So that gives us our surroundings just like that. And then we'll just do this back bit as well, just before we crack on with the pop-up parts. So let's take the admit 1 ticket, and let's take the cricket stumps. So for this one again, let's pop this one onto some foam pads. So we're just going to have this one just so that it's kind of at an angle, just like that. So I'm just going to pop one just to the middle, and then that one can sit just like that. And then for this one with the cricket stumps, let's just use a bit of glue, and then I want that over the edge. So let's just have a bit of glue towards the base and press that. Let's just straighten those stumps up. Then there we go. That now gives you the surrounding areas for your pop-up boxes. Let's now bring in all these parts that I have got on our acetate strips. So let's take the rugby ball. Now you can snip them if you want, you can have them as set far down or sticking up as you wish. Do have them in different, you know, heights, it just makes it more pleasing to the eye. And then what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to use my double-sided tape. Again, you could use a red liner tape if you so wish. And then all that I'm just going to do is I'm just going to have a plate and I'm just going to press that one just there. And let's take the hip hip hooray. So again, we're just going to pop these ones on and pop that one just like that. So we're just starting to build up all these layers. Let's take 2 of the footballs because we'll also pop them onto that same part. So it doesn't matter, you know, how many, the more the merrier. It all adds to that explosion effect of pop-up parts. So as you can see just there, I'm then just going to press that into place. And if you pop them to the back of the tab, it just means you're not going to have any of the double-sided tape showing to the front. So once again, let's take this next one off and then we can then have this one. So it's really just popping out at the side there. So there we go, so we'll pop that out. So it doesn't matter if they're overlapping, you know, it all adds to that effect. So let's bring in these next few. So let's bring in Well Done. And let's bring in the other football. So this can now go onto the next cardboard strip. So let's just pop them one off. So as we're just going to take that off and then that one off, we can then bring this one in a bit of an angle. So let's just position that. So I'm trying to do it so my head doesn't get in the way of the camera and for you to see it. So let's just pop that one just there. And then again, let's just pop that one just there and just pressing them into place. So we're getting that dimension just coming through now. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take these last 3 and once again, we're just going to add some tape onto all 3 of them. And then this one here with the actual championship cup, we're then just going to bring right to the very front here. So just behind the actual flap, we're just going to press that into place. Then once again, taking these last 2 off, 1 and 2, and then taking these rugby balls, we're just going to press them just at an angle. So that one's really popping out. And then this one, wee bit lower, but we've now got that explosion effect of all these pop-up sporty elements just within the pop-up box. And of course, as always, folds flat, pops into an envelope. You can then just pop a wee bit of white cardstock onto the back, write your message, but there it goes. That is then how you can create your sporty pop-up with the Pop-Up Box Card Craft Kit.